Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to another NerdTube fan film reaction. I am joined here by two fellow Dragon Ball Z fighters. First off, I'll start off with at the very bottom, Mage Rage. How you doing?
Doing great, big green mage in the house.
And right up above him is the bearded man thing. How you doing?
Yo, 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 ready to rock and roll. Let's do
I think this is the first time you've joined us for a Dragon Ball Z thing.
It
so it'll be
is.
interesting.
You're right. It'll be the first not the first non-Final Fantasy. I shouldn't say that because I did that other thing.
The other thing with the nerdy stuff in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will be my first Dragon Ball Z thing. I do like Dragon Ball. I love the whole, like, where it comes from, like Journey to the West of Red Monkey, Journey to the West. I've read several stories and things that were based off of it, but Dragon Ball was my first, like, entrance into that whole type of plot, the Journey to the West plot.
So you read the Clark translation, you called it Monkey.
Yes, I believe I did.
Yeah, that's the one I read.
It's I've read some other ones, but I think that one's by far the best translation that we've gotten.
I would agree.
Good. It's real good.
So this is Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. This is a pretty high production fan film. This is one of those ones that like has a lot of backing to it. I think it has 36 million views.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So this is a pretty high production one.
This is not Dragon Ball Evolution.
No. I don't know what you're talking. What is Dragon Ball? I don't know what that is.
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of static on your end, bearded. So anyway, this takes place during, I believe, and as I said, I haven't watched this. This is a reaction video, so we haven't watched this yet. But I believe this takes place during, I think it's in the future with Trunks, like younger Trunks. So with the androids. So let's check it out. I mean, from what I hear, this is pretty good, and from what 36 million people watched it. I mean, that's a lot of people. So
yeah.
All right, let's jump into it. Robot underdog.
Wait, was that the video or you?
No, that was me. The video was a non-profit adaptation of Dragon Ball Z.
It begins with Goku.
Please support the
His
official
death
release.
changes everything.
Oh no, Goku!
6 months later, they awaken. A pair of heartless monsters with no regard for life. These androids slaughter millions.
Why is her hair so long?
Only about 10,000 people survive. My mother forms an underground resistance to fight back, along with my mentor Gohan and myself.
Mr. Gohan.
Together, we always find a way.
Like, so far, I don't know who or where they got these scenes from, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh no,
It's very well done so far.
Oh.
Is it just me, or does 18 look like Jennifer Lawrence a little bit?
Ow.
I didn't catch enough of her face to say yet, but I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, yes.
Maybe a little bit.
I love this part.
I have money.
I'm immortal. What good would your money do me?
Ow.
Received distress call about the android sighted near Peppertown. Repeat, the androids have been sighted near Peppertown. You need to put
Oh, Gohan.
Are you ready, Trunks?
The gi looks pretty good.
Oh boy. Here we go.
All right, you vermin. Who's next?
I don't like 18 or 17.
No, I don't feel like he fits the character very well.
This is stupid. Would you just kill them already?
Okay, that
We
seems like
spent all that
18
time
though.
rounding them up. If I kill them all at once, where's the fun in that?
He emotes too much.
Let's make them run
17
away.
should be more deadpan.
Yeah.
That would be more interesting.
I think they're both doing that too much.
I like that. Good idea, 18.
But him more
All right,
than
you
her.
vermin. Go on.
Run along.
He reminds me of Loki.
Yeah. A little bit,
That's
yeah.
far enough.
Their wardrobe looks good.
The
Yeah.
effects are great, too.
Yeah. Trunks, at least if that was Trunks that we saw before,
Get out of here.
doesn't look very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably the worst part so far is what Trunks
Is
visually
that supposed to hurt?
looks like put together. Although now his hair is looking a little more like it should.
Maybe it was the lighting before.
Yeah, it could have been.
We need to buy more time. You attack 18.
Do they even? I'm trying to remember if they even know their names in the anime, technically.
I don't believe they called them by their numbers during the special.
Yeah.
All right, that right there kind of killed a little bit for me. Gohan doesn't use Kamehameha.
He does.
He does.
He
He
has.
used it like once. Yeah, besides the father-son Kamehameha, I don't think when else has he used it?
I mean, he's used Masenko a lot more, but
As far as I know, I didn't think he had learned to use the Kamehameha.
yeah, he had. He knew how to do it.
Pretty sure you see him use it in the time chamber before he goes to.
The choreography is really good, though.
They're doing a really good job of trying to emulate the speed of the exchanges.
Dude, I love how she's just like romple stomping Trunks.
Yeah, which is accurate.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
absolutely
she-
accurate.
Should never have pulled back.
Oh, don't piss Mama off.
I feel like there needs to be a one-liner.
The key blasts are a nice touch. The little small ones.
Come on, let's go.
The capsule buildings look really good.
Mm-hmm. Did he lose his arm? What?
Oh, that takes me back.
We are focusing a lot on this guy's workout routine.
How did you do this for so long? 13 years fighting these demons.
Their faux wounds on his body look pretty convincing. His self-bandage work, though, needs a little
Yeah, right.
little improvement.
Or was that supposed to be like senzu bean? Like,
That he ground up?
yeah.
I guess they didn't really do a good job of making that very clear.
Hey, Bulma.
We sure that is Bulma?
Yeah. Backwards hat, capsule court. Yep.
Hey, Mom, what are you working on?
Oh, it's just a side project.
How's it coming along?
Bit by bit.
I hope it goes well. I have to go train with Gohan, all right? Bye.
I can see how blue her hair is now. I think
Waves and Rocks.
Hey,
This project brought to you by Waves and Rocks.
this looks like an intro to a
Tell me more
Godzilla
about
movie.
him.
That was a nice little nod to the production company
Proud.
logo for all the Dragon Ball movies
Of
with the waves and
himself.
rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was more to it than that.
That's the same thing Mom says, and it still doesn't make sense. How can pride like that be a good thing?
Well, maybe someday you'll understand. But for now, let's concentrate, okay?
I mean, their stances are really good.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Light of Hope.
I know how you feel. But we are making a difference out there.
I need more power.
You cannot gain without first suffering the pain of loss.
That's the thing I lost enough already. My friends, my family, everything. What more is there? Ah! You know what? This is done. Nothing matters in this world but power. Isn't it obvious by now? Oh, I'm sick of this.
Now there's his jeets coming out of him.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
nice
exactly what I was thinking.
Father like son.
effect.
Maybe I should have been more strict with him like you were with me, huh, Mr. Piccolo? What's it gonna take to tap into his potential?
All right. Well, I will start with Bearded. Bearded, what did you think?
Overall, it's going to get a good grade from me. I liked most of it. There were a couple of things that I feel like were detractors. Mostly the wardrobe was amazing. I feel like, the actress who played 18, hair was totally wrong. I don't think that matters as much, though, especially going to a live action that actually has done that looks so good. Like, for the most part, it does look good. I don't like 1718's acting. That's probably one of my biggest things that I disliked about it was their acting, their facial expressions throughout the entire thing. And then, after what you guys said, the thing I didn't like about the Kamehameha is because where this is placed in time, in the timeline. I mean, the first time Gohan uses the Kamehameha is on Cell. That's like the first time he ever uses it. Which at this point, this is future Gohan, but this is future Gohan that never learned the Kamehameha to fight Cell. Because Cell wasn't a thing. That's why I mentioned it. I know he uses it later on in Super a lot, but as far as like Dragon Ball Z goes, he barely used it at all. And the first time was against Cell when Goku survived his heart attack in the alternate timeline.
Okay.
But I don't feel like that's as much of a detractor either because it looked great. Just, I feel like there's a little more research could have been done into the personalities of 1718, and I feel like they didn't have that person that Marvel has. It's like, this isn't close enough to the original source material. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a fan film, though, it's a fan film. It's a low budget. The graphics were amazing. How they had the fights like bouncing off the water and stuff was really well done for a fan film.
Okay.
I think that the way they portrayed like the actual fights happening, probably one of the best fan film things that I've seen.
All right, Major Rage. What do you think?
I really like the combat. I feel like the way they sold the flying high speed exchanges, the little pop bounce back and forth, it really captured the snappiness and like that faster than visually able to recognize its speed of Dragon Ball encounters and fight exchanges. And the graphics were really good for a fan film. For the most part, the choreography was really well done as well. I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like I'm not sure if it was the speed of the video playback or just the voice in general, but during the promo for the next episode, I was having trouble making out the Trunks actor's dialogue a little bit. But that could be connection issues or audio issues. Overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was a pretty good, accurate depiction of what would happen in the Dragon Ball if we got a live Dragon and like an actual live Dragon Ball movie. Huh?
A good
What?
one.
This is the first live action Dragon Ball I've seen. I don't know what you're talking about, Cheat. I don't know what you're talking about, Bearded.
Yeah, no.
love
This is the first live action ever, if we ever. But yeah, I mean,
I'm still waiting on Mass Effect 3 too, so you know.
I don't know. I mean, but it's always weird when you take Dragon Ball and put it into live action, just because Dragon Ball lends itself so well to the anime format. So, and I mean, as it should. So, but that's why it's always hard. I mean, everyone says, "Oh, you can do it nowadays with CGI and stuff," but there's always that ish factor with this. It's like it doesn't. Live action Dragon Ball doesn't lend itself well. As a fan film, this looks awesome and it looks great. I agree with you on most of your guys' point about 18 and 17. 17, yeah, they didn't seem too deadpan enough, because in the original Cell Saga and even obviously in the future Trunks
I think
part,
the most emotion we got out of 17 was like a smirk. When he was evil 17, before they switched sides,
became character, like actual characters.
I think some of that is the fact that it seems like these guys took the the special that, one-off special Future Trunks thing, History of Trunks, and went with the way that they portrayed 17 in that, where everything was a game to him and he was enjoying torturing the humans and stuff. I feel like they honed in on that when that's something that was incongruous to the way that he was portrayed otherwise during the actual
and that's fair
adaptation of the manga.
Now, if they were basing it off of that, I'm pretty sure that 18 was mostly just bored and following him around.
Yeah.
Not as, happy to go along with everything that he was doing. She was literally, I feel, just kind of bored and, what's the term? Not escapist, but really she just didn't care one way or another. Yeah,
apathetic?
Maybe. I think Cheeto more disassociative.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I'll start off with the rankings. I'm definitely going to give this, with all the little nitpicky things I did, I'm still going to give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, it looks stellar. It, as I said, the Trunks kid was all right. I mean, the Gohan actor was a lot better than the Trunks actor. I feel, but I mean, that's a kid actor, and he's not even he may or may not be a professional actor. Kid actors are, especially in fan films, are hard to sell just because kids aren't that great of actors. They still haven't honed chops or anything like that unless they're like a natural talent. So I didn't think he did bad for a child actor. Yeah, and that's another thing is hair, always the Super Saiyan hair and everything like that. Like, it just doesn't translate well into real life a lot of times. And that's kind of one of always the things that I'm just like, do we really want a live action where they go Super Saiyan? Because yellow hair on a, yellow and gold just doesn't do well. So anyway, 8 out of 10 though. It was still really good, really well written. As I said, the effects were fantastic. I would say the standout are the effects, definitely, on this one. Bearded?
Honestly, I'm torn because I was right there between 7 and 8, and I couldn't decide between each one. Honestly, I'm so torn that I think I have to go with 7.5 out of 10. Just because I'm so close on the edge. I cannot decide if I like it enough to give it the 8 or if it's just a 7. It's hard. It's really hard because I'm so torn. I agree with you. The child actor did good for a child actor. I mean, for a non-professional fan film, but he wasn't the best part. His hair, when they were on the beach, looked very, very purple, which looked pretty good. But then when they didn't have really bright scenes, you couldn't tell. It just looked like he had black hair. And Gohan, when he went Super Saiyan, looked pretty good from a distance. The further out he was, the better it looked.
Yeah.
But then when it got really, really up close, it looked like gold paint just smeared through his head.
Well, and that's kind of was my point. Is the effects of Super Saiyan around him were fine, but the gold hair it never translates well.
It again, even from far away, when you can just barely make out that the hair is gold with the R around him, that part looked pretty good. The fighting was really good. They're formed on the beach when they were practicing together. They give the kid credit. I mean, I grew up in martial arts. He looked good. His stances were firm. I think they got an actual kid who's a trained young martial artist to play Trunks, which is really good. It all. I think I'm right in the middle between 7 and 8 on this one. It was solid. As a fan. It's much better than that Final Fantasy one we watched.
Yeah. All right. Mage Rage.
I'm right there in that same range too. I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. Just out of pure enjoyment factor. I have a lot of the same nitpicks. Anime hair is not something that translates well to film, and no matter how hard you try, it's just gonna not look quite right. So just trying to
like-
pull it off with like dye and physical stuff like that instead of trying to do a full-blown effect over the area of the hair. Is it just, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't with that. So I mean, it's a nitpick. Dialogue, recording, like maybe some of the audio issues, not being able to understand the kid Trunks actor, and just minor acting stuff. I'll go ahead and I'll give it an 8, but I really enjoyed it. Minor nitpicks that are just things that mostly are just a function of trying to put Dragon Ball into live action.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bearded Man Thing, thank you very much for joining us. Where can we find you at?
Mostly at anything The Bearded Man Thing. You can see me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. I've got a link tree connected to my Twitch, so look me up on twitch.tv/The Bearded Man Thing.
All right. And yep. And Mage Rage, where can we find you at?
Mage Rage is coming soon to his own YouTube channel, /Mage Rage, and on twitch.tv, I'll be /Gilder37.
All right. Also, try to put links in the description below. So if you guys want to just click on those and give these guys their support, your support. Sorry, not my support. I already support them. You guys support them. I would greatly appreciate that. I am Cousin Cheeto. I have my gaming channel, Milquetoast Gaming. And yeah, we are NerdTube. We are the greatest YouTube channel you kind of maybe sort of heard of. We will catch you guys in the next one, and we will catch you later.